Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. MERI and JANELLE take down KODY and Robyn. $5 million lawsuit, hidden ledger, Robyn vanishes. The Sister Wives world just detonated. After years of quiet suffering, cryptic quotes, and strategic distancing, MERI and JANELLE Brown have joined forces, and what they just did sent shockwaves through the Brown family empire. In a blistering court battle that is all of Flagstaff buzzing and TLC scrambling to spin the narrative, the two ex-wives filed a $5 million lawsuit against KODY Brown and Robyn Brown for alleged financial fraud, emotional distress, and misappropriation of family funds. But the most explosive part? A hidden ledger was discovered, one that reportedly details years of secret money movements, shady land schemes, and off-the-books purchases made by KODY and Robyn behind the backs of the other wives. And as the legal battle intensifies, Robyn has vanished from public view, sparking rumors of emotional collapse, a secret retreat out of state, or even a divorce in the works. According to multiple inside sources close to the Brown family and legal documents now making headlines across Arizona, MERI and JANELLE are accusing KODY and Robyn of fraudulently consolidating family wealth under the guise of family restructuring. In reality, they claim that while the rest of the wives believed finances were being equally divided, Robyn and KODY were stashing away assets, transferring titles, and acquiring LLCs that funneled profits from the family's shared land, most notably Coyote Pass, into accounts that excluded MERI, JANELLE, and even Christine. The lawsuit, which was filed in late July 2025, includes over 200 pages of documentation, including handwritten notes from Robyn, emails allegedly sent from KODY to lawyers and real estate agents, and financial spreadsheets that paint a damning picture. At the center of it all is the hidden ledger, an item MERI reportedly discovered in a filing cabinet left behind in one of the family's former homes. The ledger contains years of entries, coded initials, dollar amounts, and land parcel references, clear evidence, according to MERI's legal team, that KODY and Robyn orchestrated a financial betrayal while pretending to uphold the sacred idea of a plural, united family. But it's not just about the money. For MERI and JANELLE, this is personal. After years of feeling neglected, lied to, and gaslit, this legal action appears to be their act of liberation, their scorched earth move against the man who claimed to be a spiritual leader but instead acted, according to the lawsuit, as a manipulative dictator driven by greed and favoritism. The emotional fallout is just as dramatic as the legal one. Sources say JANELLE, known for her calm, rational demeanor, has been uncharacteristically fiery in legal depositions, refusing to hold back when asked about her financial sacrifices over the years. She claims to have contributed more than $400,000 of her own income to the family pot over 2 decades, only to discover she had no legal stake in any of the land. Meanwhile, MERI, who long appeared the most isolated and emotionally stranded, has finally found her voice. In court, she allegedly broke down as she recounted the day she realized her name had been quietly removed from several property documents without her consent. And what about Robyn? According to insiders, she's gone completely dark. She hasn't been seen in public in over 3 weeks. Her Instagram has been wiped of recent posts. Friends say she's not emotionally stable and has refused to speak to the media. One source close to the Browns said Robyn feels betrayed by KODY, not just the other wives, and hinted that she may be considering leaving him quietly to avoid further legal exposure. The implications for the future of Sister Wives are seismic. Season 20 has reportedly gone into emergency rewrites as producers scramble to reframe the show around this legal drama. TLC is rumored to be offering MERI and JANELLE a spin-off series, focusing on their court case, their reclamation of independence, and the rebuilding of their lives without KODY's shadow looming over them. Public support for MERI and JANELLE is swelling across social media. Fans are calling this the justice era for the original wives, especially after so many seasons where they were visibly mistreated, sidelined, or emotionally dismissed. Hashtags like #TeamMERI and JANELLE Hashtag Coyote Pass Justice and hashtag Robyn are trending, and thousands are demanding that TLC sever ties with Kody and Robyn entirely. If the lawsuit succeeds, it won't just be a financial blow, it could completely dismantle the Brown family's remaining assets. According to real estate experts, if MERI and JANELLE are granted what they're seeking, including damages and retroactive shares of property income, Robyn and Kody may be forced to sell off large portions of Coyote Pass, including Robyn's $1 million home, to cover the judgment. Insiders also suggest that this lawsuit may not be the end. Christine, who has so far remained quiet, is rumored to be in touch with MERI and JANELLE's legal team, possibly considering joining the lawsuit as a third plaintiff. If that happens, it could trigger a total collapse of Kody's empire, both personally and financially. In one of the most heartbreaking yet empowering revelations from the ongoing court hearings, MERI reportedly said, "He always said we were building something for the future. I just didn't know it was his future, not ours." That quote alone has gone viral, resonating with thousands of viewers who watched her be sidelined for over a decade. As court proceedings continue and depositions are scheduled to resume in September, one thing is certain: the Brown family will never be the same again. The veil has lifted. The secrets are unraveling. And for once, MERI and JANELLE aren't backing down. They're standing in the rubble of a fractured family, not as victims, but as warriors fighting for what they were promised. And as for Robyn, whether she returns to court or chooses to disappear forever, her name will be forever linked to this legal firestorm, a haunting reminder of how far the sister wives' dream has fallen. No one ever saw it coming, not even Kody Brown himself. For years, he strutted through life with the confidence of a man who believed himself untouchable, protected by the myth of family unity and the false comfort of Robyn's constant flattery. But that facade shattered the moment MERI and JANELLE joined forces, turning years of silent suffering into a fiery mission for truth, justice, and financial reckoning. This wasn't just a feud anymore. It was a war, and it was about to cost Kody and Robyn everything, including the millions they thought they'd buried in secrecy. It started with a whisper, a suspicious ledger discovered in an old safe during a quiet afternoon at the Coyote Pass office trailer. JANELLE, always the meticulous one, had been organizing her legal documents when she found it, a thin, dusty book filled with unrecorded financial transactions, offshore account numbers, and Robyn's signature scrawled across dozens of suspicious consulting fees. As her eyes scanned the pages, the truth hit her like a freight train. Kody and Robyn had been funneling family funds for years, all while crying poverty and playing the victims of a crumbling plural marriage. Furious, JANELLE immediately contacted MERI, who had her own pile of suspicions and receipts. Together, the two ex-sister wives sat in stunned silence, cross-referencing the ledger with bank statements, real estate paperwork, and payment logs. What they uncovered was mind-blowing. Over $5 million in assets discreetly moved into Robyn's name over the course of a decade, including income from TLC contracts, profits from the now-defunct sister wives' closet, and portions of the Coyote Pass property sold off behind closed doors. And the final insult? Robyn had even been collecting a caretaker fee, $8,000 a month, from the family fund to emotionally support Kody during his spiritual divorce battles. The audacity sent MERI into a rage she hadn't felt since the catfishing scandal. "She's been acting like she's suffering with us, but she's been cashing in this whole time," MERI spat, pacing her living room with a fistful of documents. And Kody, that manipulative coward, stood there and let her rob us blind while telling us to trust the process. I trusted the process. And it bankrupted me. It didn't take long for the two women to lawyer up. A bombshell $5 million civil lawsuit was filed in Flagstaff Superior Court, alleging embezzlement, fraud, breach of verbal and fiduciary contracts, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The filing shook the sister wives universe to its core, and fans online exploded with support for MERI and JANELLE. "We stood by while they got humiliated for years," one viral tweet read, "and now they're coming for what's rightfully theirs." Justice is trending. Kody was blindsided. At first, he laughed it off in typical Kody fashion, telling his friends and children that it was just bitterness and MERI and JANELLE looking for attention. But when court summons arrived at his doorstep and his bank accounts were frozen pending investigation, his smugness faded fast. "They can't do this to me," he roared during a heated call with his attorney, pacing the compound. "This is my family. I built this empire." But the attorney's silence told him everything. He wasn't untouchable anymore. The walls were closing in. Meanwhile, Robyn vanished. Literally. Just days after the news broke, Robyn's phone went straight to voicemail, her kids weren't in school, and her house was locked up tight. Paparazzi swarmed the Flagstaff home, only to find it dark and empty. Speculation exploded. Had she fled the country? Was she hiding in a remote cabin? Had KODY sent her away to avoid deposition? Rumors even spread that she was holed up in Utah under a fake name, waiting for the legal storm to pass. She disappeared the minute it got real, JANELLE told reporters outside the courthouse. "That says more than anything I could ever tell you." But MERI didn't stop there. With a new fire in her eyes, she went on national TV, sitting down for an explosive tell-all interview with a major network. "I gave my life to that man," she said, tears streaming down her face. "And what did he give me in return? Lies. Manipulation. And now I find out he and Robyn were hiding money behind our backs? I won't stay silent anymore." The interview went viral overnight. Talk shows dissected every moment. Legal experts weighed in. Former polygamists applauded her courage. And for the first time in over a decade, MERI wasn't the woman left behind. She was the one leading the charge. KODY, cornered and desperate, tried to fight back with a counter-lawsuit alleging defamation and breach of contract, but it backfired spectacularly. During a court-ordered deposition, he crumbled under pressure. Asked to explain discrepancies in property ownership records and missing payments from TLC, he stuttered, fumbled, and finally admitted that maybe some things weren't as organized as they should have been. His lawyer buried his face in his hands. The judge wasn't impressed. The court ordered a forensic audit of every shared asset, from Coyote Pass to past business ventures, and it was only a matter of time before the rest of the skeletons came tumbling out. Meanwhile, the fanbase was torn apart. Some diehards defended KODY and Robyn, claiming MERI and JANELLE were bitter and jealous. But the overwhelming majority rallied behind the underdogs, the two women who had finally refused to be quiet. "They tried to gaslight us for years," one fan posted, "but now the receipts are on the table." Robyn was never the victim. She was the architect. With Robyn still in hiding, KODY's support system collapsed. Even some of his children began to distance themselves. Gabriel and Gwendolyn, long outspoken critics of their father's choices, posted cryptic messages hinting at karma catching up. Isabel shared a photo of herself with MERI and JANELLE, captioned simply, "Truth always comes out." The court battle escalated with every passing week. Witnesses were called. Financial experts testified. Former TLC producers came forward with behind-the-scenes details that painted KODY and Robyn in a very different light. How they demanded exclusive control over filming, cut deals without the others knowing, and manipulated storylines to favor their image. By the time closing arguments hit, the courtroom was packed with media. MERI and JANELLE sat side by side, heads high, while KODY sat alone, his golden curls limp, his eyes dark and hollow. The judge's decision was swift and brutal. MERI and JANELLE were awarded a combined $3.8 million in damages, with the remaining assets frozen pending further investigation. Robyn, still missing, was ordered to appear within 30 days or face a federal warrant. And KODY? He walked out of that courtroom a broken man, financially drained, publicly disgraced, and legally cornered. But the most devastating blow came not from the judge, but from his own children. On the courthouse steps, JANELLE read a statement signed by 6 of KODY's adult kids. "We support our mothers. We stand with truth. And we will no longer participate in the illusion of unity that has hurt us all for far too long." It was the final nail in the coffin. The empire KODY built on control, charisma, and carefully crafted lies had finally crumbled, not by outside enemies, but by the very women and children he thought he could silence. And as MERI and JANELLE walked away from the courthouse, not just free, but victorious, the crowd erupted in applause. For once, they weren't the abandoned wives of a broken man. They were warriors, survivors. And they had just taken down the king and queen of deception in a $5 million reckoning that the world would never forget.